Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the stimulus package update, daily news, pretty much everything you need to know about money, investing, the stock market. If you find these videos helpful, don't forget to hit the like button for us down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos. Subscribing is completely free to do so. You literally just hit the subscribe button and you've done it. So this morning we had some really good news. The Social Security cost of living adjustment will be increased. So Social Security checks, SSI, SSDI will be increased by 5.9%. This was just announced this morning and will go into effect in 2022 in January. So in about, what, 2.5 months? And this will be the largest increase in 40 years. The largest increase in 40 years. Wow. Yeah, that's, I mean, hey, the largest increase in 40 years. Can't deny that. So this was just announced by the Social Security Administration here today. So this is locked in. This is a very big increase. Again, the largest increase. I think it's actually 38 years or so the largest increase in almost 4 decades. This is a very big increase, at least for the cost of living adjustment. So yeah, as you can see here, the Social Security Administration announced today, October 13th, that its annual cost of living adjustment, known as COLA, will be 5.9%. It was estimated to be around 6%, and 5.9% is pretty darn close. We were estimating it. We were guessing at 6%, 5.9%. Pretty close guess there. A boost to the average retirement benefit of around $92 per month for individuals. We went over this in the last video. I'll link you to that at the end of this video. The average person gets, I think it was $1,532 per month or something around that. We went over a lot of details in the last video. So the average person that gets that $1,500 and some dollars per month will get an extra $92 per month. But in that video, I go over every dollar amount. So if you get $600 a month, $700 a month, $800 a month, $900, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 a month, I literally go over every dollar amount and how much you are going to get, or your mom's going to get, your dad's going to get, any family member's going to get, how much you are going to get, and how to calculate this. Because again, it's not the average person is going to get $92 a month, as you can literally see here in this article. This is from AARP, and the average person announced by Social Security is going to get an extra $92 per month, but that's the average. Not everybody's average, and some people get more, some people get less, and if the average person is going to get 5.9% based on whatever you currently get more, or based on what you currently get, so 5.9% more than you get right now. This is the largest increase to Social Security since 1983. Wow. Yeah, I think that is 38 years. My, 38 years. As you can see here, until this year, COLA's cost of living adjustments have been modest, averaging only 1.65% increase annually over the past decade, with no gain at all to benefit in 2016. In 2016, there was no increase at all. The increase that went into effect last year in January 2021 was only 1.3%. So 5.9% is over 4 times as much of the increase that was last year. So a significant amount more than last year. Also yesterday, the House of Representatives signed the or passed the bill to increase the debt limit, and not a single Republican voted for that bill. I had a lot of people asking me about that. And yes, only the Democrats passed that bill in the House. As you can see here, some footage from that, and that is sent over now to President Joe Biden. So the Democrats passed that bill on their own in the House of Representatives, and not a single Republican voted yes on that bill. So, but nonetheless, that bill is passed in the House and the Senate. The president is now sent over to his desk. And well, that is now passed until early December. It's a $480 billion increase. They're going to have to do something to avert another debt limit crisis over the course of, well, by the end of next month, by the end of November, because by somewhere around December 3rd, they're going to have to pass another bill or pass it in the American Rescue Plan, the stimulus package, which the Democrats are going to pass on their own, or else we're going to potentially have a default again here in not that long, literally a month and a half. So they've kicked the can down the road. We've averted a first time ever government default where the government will literally run out of money and Social Security payments might not have gone out. Child tax credits payments might not have gone out. Payments to military might not have gone out. And bond payments and full faith and credit of the government would have collapsed. And we've averted a catastrophe for now, but we're going to have to do this all again here in the short term. So nonetheless, they need to pass the stimulus package to avert this crisis and get the job done. Meanwhile, stocks and the stock market has been up pretty decently well since last Thursday night. The NASDAQ composite was up over 100 points today, 105 points up just today alone for the NASDAQ, and stocks have been doing decently well now that the government's not going to default in the short term. So we've had quite a bit of rally here in the last few days now that the Treasury is not going to run out of money. So business is back to normal, at least for the short term. So, but again, we may have to do this again here in the near term. Also, I wanted to give you guys this bit of news here. This is from CMS.gov, literally from the government here, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services. So you can see the headline here. CMS.gov has released the 2022 premiums and cost sharing information for Medicare Advantage and prescription drug plans. Okay, this is not Medicare Part B. I will get to that details here in a minute. Okay, but I wanted to read this to you because this is very important for a lot of people that watch the show. The Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services released the 2022 premiums. So for next year, deductibles and other key information for Medicare Advantage and Part D prescription drug plans. Okay, pay attention here because not everybody pays for these. Some people do. This is not Medicare Part B, but Medicare Advantage and Part D prescription drug plans in advance of the annual Medicare open enrollment to help Medicare enrollees decide on coverage that fits their needs. The average premium for Medicare Advantage plans will actually be lower. So Medicare Advantage plans will be lower in 2022 at $19 per month compared to when they were $21.22 last year. Very surprising. So Medicare Advantage plans will actually be $2.22 lower. Every little bit counts, right? So instead of them being higher with inflation, very surprising information here. Medicare Advantage plans will be lower. I'm shocked. You're probably shocked. We'll take it, right? So if you pay for Medicare Advantage, this is coming directly from CMS.gov. You can Google this, see this for yourself if you want. In fact, I'll put a link to this down below in the description. Let me put a reminder here to put this in the description so I don't forget. While projected enrollment continues to increase. As previously announced, the average 2022 premium for Part D coverage will be $33 a month compared to $31 in 2021. So Part D coverage will be $33 a month compared to $31.41. So it looks like that is going up by about $1.53. So if you pay for Part D, it's going to be $33 a month compared to $31.47. Apparently, Medicare Advantage in 2022 is expected to reach almost 30 million people, 29.5 million people. So that is the one that is decreasing. So yeah, hey, every little bit counts. Now for Medicare Part B, yeah, Medicare Advantage premiums are $2 lower. Hey, not bad. We'll take it. For Medicare Part B, I got a lot of people asking, how much is the increase going to be? Well, we don't know yet. Here from Forbes, retirees will have to factor in Medicare Part B and Part D premiums and income-related surcharges, all of which reduce their overall package benefits. The senior citizens leagues have found that Medicare Part B premiums are one of the fastest growing costs in retirement. Medicare Part B premiums, which are automatically deducted from Social Security checks, are often consume most or even all of the COLA increase. They've said this in the past, but if you're on Medicare, your exact 2022 Social Security benefit amount until the official Medicare premium amounts are announced. You can check in December if you have an online Social Security account. Yeah, so I will have to look into this, but from what I had been hearing, it looked like the estimated amount of Medicare Part B was expected to go up by $9 per month. $9 per month. So just keep that in mind. It's an estimate. I haven't seen an exact amount yet. Let me know, or let our community know down below in the comments if you've seen an exact amount come out yet. Again, I'll be scouring the data and the internet and the press releases, and I will let you know if this comes out yet. If you've seen it, comment down below. But again, in the past years, we've seen sometimes where if you have only a 1% cost of living adjustment, then sometimes the Medicare increase can wipe out your whole, or the cost of living, the Medicare increase can wipe out your whole cost of living adjustment. But this time, because it's 5.9%, some people are getting a $50 monthly increase. Some people are getting a $90 monthly increase. Some people, if you have a lower Social Security, you're maybe getting $30 or $40. Even if you have a $9 increase, I don't think anybody is going to be getting their whole Social Security increase wiped out. So again, the $9, I don't think for Medicare Part B is confirmed in stone yet. I think the 5.9% is confirmed. So I'll link you to a video at the end of this video. And I'll pin one down below in the comments section as well, as long as I remember to do that. But I'll link you to that at the end of this video. It'll be the easiest way, with more details on how to figure out exactly how much your Social Security increase is going to be, and that will kick in January. Obviously, this is major news, the largest COLA, cost of living adjustment, in almost 40 years. So yeah, I wanted to bring you guys the news. On the stimulus package, new information coming out today, literally headlines here today, October 13th. 3 in 4 Democrats support larger social spending bill over a scaled back package, according to a new poll. So 3 in 4 Democrats, based on a new poll, support the larger social spending bill. Yeah, so 3 in 4 Democrats support a larger social spending bill over a scaled back package, according to a CNN poll released Wednesday. 75% of Democrats respondents said they want Congress to pass a bill that enacts all proposed social safety net and climate change policies, while 20% favored passing a bill that enacts fewer of the policies but costs less money. So 75% of the Democratic respondents said they want Congress to pass a bill that enacts all proposed social safety net policies. Support for the larger bill is broadest among more liberal Democrats, with 84% of liberals supporting the larger bill. However, 67% of more moderate and conservative Democrats also held this bill. This poll comes as Democrats try to negotiate with the social spending package, which is at the heart of President Biden's agenda, below its original $3.5 trillion price tag, to attract the support of every Democrat in the Senate and the overwhelming majority in the House. So this really kind of shows that people like Senator Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, especially Joe Manchin, a moderate Democrat that wants to spend less, started off at $1.5 trillion. Now he's probably more around the $2 trillion range. He's really in the minority, not only among his Democratic Party, but also among the Democrats of America. Remember that the Democrats are passing this package on their own without any Republican votes from Congress or from Senate or the House. And remember that not a single Republican voted yes on the third stimulus check package either. That package that had the $1,400 stimulus checks, the monthly checks called the child tax credits, the $40+ billion in rent assistance, mortgage assistance, the temporary food stamp increase, the SNAP increase, everything from the third stimulus check package didn't get a single vote from any Republicans either. So the Democrats are going to pass this package on their own through the reconciliation process. Also, here is Pramila Jayapal, leader of the Democratic Progressive Caucus, who's the leader of about 100 Democrats in the House of Representatives on the stimulus package.
Well, the president has already brought the number down, right? He's already said it is not going to be that. So you're not going to be able to have all of these things you just described. This is what makes, I think, covering, okay, what's in the bill. Aspirationally, that is what you described, but there isn't a bill yet, and the president is not fighting for the full bill anymore. He seems to be trying to figure out what a compromise is that can keep everybody at the table. So I am asking you this, that compromise, it is not going to have everything that you just described in there. there's going to be something that gives. Is means testing something you're open to?
Well, I would just say, actually, we winnowed down our priorities. We don't have a big laundry list of 8,000 things. We have 5 things that I mentioned. And those things I do think will be in this bill. And I think that they will be in this bill, but probably for shorter periods of time, funded for shorter periods of time. And that is the important piece that we're getting at. You know, I think you and I have had this means testing conversation. So much of the means testing we've done in America has been absolutely really not constructed in a way that allows people, the very most vulnerable people, to participate. Incredibly complex, drives people away. The research shows that the most vulnerable are actually the most affected when you put a whole bunch of restrictions on. And by the way, it costs a lot of money administratively to get somebody to actually go through a 23-page form. So we think there are much more simple ways of doing this. For example, a 7% cap on income, for childcare would be a way of saying you have to spend 7% of your income. So guess what? If you're a millionaire, you're never going to get a government subsidy because childcare is never going to cost that much. But the school teacher that's earning $68,000 in Seattle will get a childcare subsidy from the government to help her be able to get back to work. And that's, I think, the kind of smart policy that we need to put in place.
Yeah, so really what the big issue, well, there's a couple issues that the Democrats are fighting on right now. Probably the first thing that a couple things they're working on. The size of the package, it's probably going to be somewhere in the $2 trillion range, $2 trillion to $2.9 trillion. 2.5 trillion would be a natural number to decide on, but Joe Manchin would be a little difficult to get him that high, to be honest. I think that if they got Joe Manchin to $2.5 trillion, I would consider that probably a win if they're able to get him that high. I think would be a little difficult to get him that high, to be honest. I think that he's probably more likely to go to $2.2 trillion would be, my guess would be the highest he would go. Just giving my thoughts here. So if they're able to get him to $2.5 trillion, I would think that would be a win to see him really go that high. So then they're probably going to see what they can get in that bill. The other real big issue that they're really dealing with is these prescription drug pricing. That's really proven to be a very big issue. And I really do think that is a very, very transformative money saver for Americans. 66% of adults are on prescription drugs and can save money with this bill. But the pharmaceutical companies are fighting it tooth and nail. The long arm of prescription drug pricing and big pharma, or prescription drug companies and big pharma, are they have a deep grasp on Congress, and they have deep pockets. They have over 1,500 lobbyists there, and they're fighting this tooth and nail. They're spending millions and millions of dollars on ads, on TV, on pretty much everywhere. You're probably seeing ads everywhere trying to convince you that lower prescription drug pricing is a bad thing. Can't make this stuff up. It's not a bad thing for you to pay less for prescriptions. Please don't lose sight of that. They're going to convince you that it's bad for innovation. It's bad for these companies. They won't be able to make life-saving drugs anymore. Blah, 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 right? Just remember, they make billions and billions of dollars, and they're charging the U.S. more than any other country. They're selling these same prescriptions to other countries for a lot less. They're selling it to other countries for the same price or a lot less than they're selling it to you. So if they can sell it to other countries and make billions of dollars, why do they need to sell it to us for a lot more, just so they can make many, many more billions of dollars? So I really hope that Senator Bernie Sanders can get this job done. I really feel like this is one of the most important battles that he can get. I think the Medicare battle as well. They're having to fight the dental industry for this. They're having to fight the healthcare industry for this. The healthcare industry doesn't want it to be done. They don't want to include hearing, dental, and vision. The dentist industry doesn't want it to be done, because here's some of the battles they're dealing with. The dental industry, just as an example, and they don't want dental coverage to be included, because what they say is dentists will be paid less. This is just kind of the argument going back and forth. Dentists will be paid less because Medicare, if it's covered, dentists will be paid less. And if we give seniors dental coverage, it will be bad for dentists. So why would we want to give seniors dental coverage? Why would we want to give seniors hearing aid coverage? Why would we want to give this is the arguments, right? They try to convince you that giving seniors hearing aid coverage, dental coverage, vision coverage, all these coverages is bad for seniors. And this, I'm not, it's I can't even say it with a straight face. It makes me laugh that they try to convince you that this stuff is bad for Americans and bad for seniors. It's sad, I know, but it makes me laugh that they try to convince you that this stuff is bad for you. And pharmaceutical companies try to convince you that lower prescription drug prices is bad. Can you believe this? We feel each other here. So Bernie Sanders is kind of heading this battle that is a very, very tough battle. They're fighting the medical community, the health insurance companies, they're fighting the dentist industry, they're fighting the pharmaceutical industries. None of these industries want change, and none of these industries want Medicare to have these services because they fear that they're going to be paid less, because they're just used to making many, many billions of dollars. They don't want seniors to have this free coverage or coverage through Medicare, which, I mean, you do pay for, so it's not free, but I mean, you get it. It would be covered under Medicare, right? So let me know your thoughts on this. I'll keep you up to date on this. I mean, I really hope that these things can go through, lower prescription drug prices, these extra benefits for seniors through Medicare. You know, I'm really happy that we've had the largest cost of living increase for seniors in 38 years. That is going to help out a lot of seniors, much, much better than the 1.3% increase we've seen last year. What was it that the average person is going to see? Well, let's just say a 5.9% increase, because everybody's going to see a different amount. So some people, yeah, we'll just say an average person is going to see a 5.9% increase. So every little bit counts, and we'll go from there. So let me know your thoughts. I'll keep you up to date on everything: the stimulus package, the stimulus checks, the child tax credits, cost of living increases, Medicare, Medicaid, everything you need to know about on a daily basis. Make sure to click this video here with more information on these cost of living adjustments, Social Security increases, and $200 per month increases as well. Big information, more detailed information in this video. So click this video next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.